I need to know what's going on with you and the boys.
What do you mean?
I need to know. I don't want there to be any more lies between us. I won't tell anyone.
It is over. It's done. I'm going to fix this family.
It's just us now. We're on our own.
Welcome back to the MrShowTym Showcast. The Menendez brothers murder case that happened back in 1989, where Erik and Lyle Menendez murdered their parents in cold blood in a horrific manner. Really for truly, it is rather a sad state of events. It's a sad case, because on one end of the spectrum, the brothers claim that they were sexually abused by their father, Jose Menendez, and as much as they tried to, plead to their mother didn't do much about it. Look, these cases and scenarios are more common than we think. They're more common than we think, and I don't have any particular stance on it. I'm on the fence, because yes, it is a thing, and this happened back in the 80s, before this whole soft snowflake era that we now live in, this woke era. Before men's plight was taken seriously. I mean, their claims of them being sexually abused by their father wasn't taken seriously back then. But now, thanks to, this effeminized era, generation, time we live in, we've had the outbreak of the Me Too movement. Now, new evidence came out, and the new claims that, there was sexual misconduct in there, sexual abuse, molestation, child molestation. Pedophilia is now recognized more than ever. And while some, they claim that the Menendez brothers are guilty because, they just wanted money, and yes, from what I saw in the documentaries, they did go on a crazy spending spree. So that sort of like knocks off a few points of credibility with regards to how the perception of their innocence. But child molestation is a thing, okay? We have priests and pastors who are, undercover pedophiles and whatnot, and that's been debunked only recently. And it's also thanks to alternative voices on the internet, influencers, and these documentaries coming out really shed light into a perspective that society didn't pay attention to. And that is, yes, men can be sexual victims to other men. It's not just women, okay? We look at the P. Diddy case. We look at Hollywood. How most of them, even the Hodge twins, said how, they were offered a chance to be in Hollywood with regards to them doing stand-up at the time, and they said that there were a lot of talent agents and scouters scouts. They were just like, they were Skittles, okay? They were Skittles, and they kept looking at, the nether regions, and they were like, okay, you're a Skittle, and Hollywood consists of a lot of these sexual deviants. I mean, Cat Williams earlier this year just spilled the beans, and there's a reason why that interview over at Club Shay Shay with Shannon Sharp went viral. I mean, Shannon Sharp himself has been alleged to be a Skittle. So it's not outside the realm of possibilities that the Menendez brothers could be believed that they were a victim of circumstance. Their father, Jose Menendez, wealthy businessman, I forgot exactly what he specialized in, from Cuba. Maybe they could have a chance to earn their freedom, but I don't know why it justified to them to now come in and also shoot their mother. You could say it was out of anger and frustration. I totally understand. I don't condone it, but I understand. That's all I'm saying. I understand. If that's the case, and look, there's people that have taken either sides. Some say that the Menendez brothers are guilty. They just want the money. I mean, how old were they? One brother was 20 years of age. The other was 18 or 19. Some say that, yeah, they should have left the house already because, they're elderly. They have money enough to, to go make a living for themselves. I mean, their parents were rich. I don't know. Look, you can judge a person's scenario from the outside from the outside in, but you don't know their circumstance, okay?
You remember the first dog we had? I went to the pet shop to buy one of those collars that have spikes on them. You turn on the leash and it hurts. But it only hurts when it disobeys. People think that those collars are cruel. I think it's the other collars that are cruel. Because they create dogs that misbehave. You know what I think? I think that I didn't hit you hard enough. So as a father, that is my fault. And I'm sorry.
I hate my kids. May as well come out and say it.
Blame it on the rain that was falling. Blame it on the stars.
They're parasites, actually. They've turned us into people we don't want to be. And I regret having you.
Mom, you can't say that.
Please shut up, for Christ's sake.
Kitty.
Nope. I could have been a movie star like Kim Novak. And you're what I got?
You're gonna be like the Kennedys. That's why he was so hard on us. But I suddenly saw how cruel it was. What was going on in that house. And it's never gonna end. You can never escape from it. And I was always gonna choose my brother over my parents.
I see what happens when kids don't get the nurturing they need.
What's going on with you and the boys? I won't tell anyone.
You did this. You destroyed our family.
Every situation in life is unique. You cannot judge and say, okay, they're 18, they should be out of the house, so therefore, they should be. You don't know that. You don't know the full ins and outs of what went on in that house. You can have an opinion, it's well within your rights, but to draw conclusions, don't be so quick to do that, because you don't know the full story, you don't know the full context. There have been in Yale even before I was born in 1994. And I don't know. I really don't know. Whatever outcome that pans out, I really don't know if they get denied their freedom or if they get granted freedom under the grounds of, yeah, you boys were victims. And because understand something, if the Menendez brothers were the Menendez sisters, do you think that they'll be thrown in Yale forever? No. If the Menendez sisters claim that, yeah, their father sexually abused and molested them, the society would believe them. They wouldn't even gone to Yale as long as they did, if they ever would to thrown in Yale in the first place, in the slammer. But again, it just proves how society treats men and women differently. And yes, rightfully so, because men and women are different. But at the same time, as men, society doesn't care about our problems. They just don't. This is just a natural bioevolutionary response to how men react to one another, to how women react to men. Society is more lenient and forgiving towards women. There's women out there who've gotten away with murder, only to get a slap on the wrist. And with men, all it takes is a mere allegation. Look what happened with Conor McGregor. Look what happened with Andrew Tate. Name me one woman who's ever been thrown in Yale because she was accused of sexually assaulting a man. And I'm not saying it needs to happen, but until that happens, I'll be like, yeah. Gender is clearly binary. So stop. Okay? Men and women are different. So with regards to the Menendez brothers, I don't know. I don't have any particular stance. I really don't know. But what do you think? In the comment section below. Are the Menendez brothers victims? Or are they opportunists? Because it's interesting how now, the celebrity limelight, Hollywood has been exposed that it is a dark cult of sexual deviance. And Jose Menendez could be a sexual deviant himself. You sell your soul to enter the industry. Maybe it was I don't know. What do you think? So if you're watching this far, thank you so much for watching. And remember, the Matrix has you. Follow the white rabbit. And don't fall for the psyops. Thank you for watching. Cheers.